knowledge of self, so that means self-expression. All these demons, yo, they so aggressive. Many people, they possess them. Channeling make me rethink my lesson. You see that light, I'm the one who protects it. You hear they songs, it's gibberish, just like the infected. Words void and cold, got everything.
Peace, 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 family. How's everybody doing? I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. I'm coming on here to do the weekly astrology for April 4th to April 10th. We start the week off with the moon in Taurus, right where we left off last week. And so Taurus is a very calming, steady, one foot in front of the other type of energy, right? And we'll have a lot of Mercury aspects this week. So there's a lot of messages, socializing, and decision making, especially around your life path and your purpose in this lifetime, because Taurus is currently in Uranus, which is the ruler of the age that we're in, which is the age of Aquarius, right? So this is all future things coming up here and future things that need to be done here. And Taurus is also in the North Node, which is our collective mission in this lifetime. And so a lot of things that are going to be coming up this week, I think, are going to be reflections of who you are and who you're meant to become in this time, and really getting grounded and firm, clear. Uranus tends to bring clarity to who and what that is, and then it's going to be even more beautiful when we get to the 30th of the month, which is the actual eclipse that I think is going to be even more shocking and unexpected events towards your life path and purpose in this lifetime. So it's going to be very, very, very interesting, to say the least. Eclipse season is always a bumpy ride, and things happening, things not happening, things turning around, flipping up and down, and changing out of nowhere, especially with the Uranus activation. So I'm glad that Taurus energy is showing up to help us stay grounded. But overall, I still feel like this is going to be a great energetic week. Next few months, honestly, to be quite honest. So family, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell so that you could be notified every time we go live. You know, we need the support here. The more likes we get, the more it helps the algorithm show up in other places and spaces. And we appreciate you in advance for doing so. All right, so Monday, the moon in Taurus is, again, that great, steady, calming energy to get things done. You know, Taurus is a hustler, too. It's that hustle energy, like I was talking about last week, but it's working smarter, not harder. So I really see this as a death to hustle culture and what it used to look like, where we're being more health conscious, you know, more thought-provoking, you know, more stopping and thinking things through. This is proactive instead of reactive energy here, which is really beautiful and where we should be. It really aligns us with that Taurus earth energy, which is where we really need to be given back to at this time. And then later in the afternoon, or in the afternoon time, the moon will be in harmony with Neptune. Now, Neptune can bring some lack of clarity. It really depends on where you are in your journey with all of this. Lack of clarity, not really knowing what to do, what decisions to make, a lack of direction. But because we are fully in Aries season, and a lot of that lack mentality is gone now, where We've risen from the underworld. We're on top of things. So I really feel like this is more where we do get clarity. We are getting clarity, rather. And we're beginning to see things clearly, which will allow us to move even more faster forward and towards the future. So Neptune on the more positive end is a more spiritual connection with self, more intuitive, right? Charitable, compassionate, and even some creativity coming towards you in relation to which way to move when it comes to your life path. And then later in the day, the moon is in harmony with Pluto. And Pluto is more of that life path, life purpose energy, because it's currently in the sign of Capricorn, which rules the 10th house, which is the house of your life purpose. And so you've gained some kind of value here now, right? Because again, we've been through all those Capricorn energies, the underworld energy. And then to even support that even more, we're releasing, letting go, cutting off the things that are no longer supporting us, I think, with this energy more than anything. Because we've been through it for so long now. So something has had to have shown itself, or in a sense reared its ugly head, if you will, that says I can't do this anymore. I got to do something different. I got to change whatever that is. And so you could be getting more clarity to that now. That could be by way of counseling, right? Because that Pluto rules counseling. Maybe it was some money things you had to get straight, right? Because Pluto rules money, so you're getting some money coming into you that's allowing you to move forward with your plans, goals, etc. Or you're learning knowledge of self. That's that esoteric stuff that's helping you change your patterns, your old thought patterns, and releasing, forgiving. With Neptune, this is definitely healing old things that probably have been sitting up underneath the surface, just bubbling and holding you back, essentially. And now you're going to have that opportunity to cut some cords here, cycles ending here, new beginnings here, and new perspectives. So you have risen, the phoenix rising, where you're looking over things now with a different perspective, right? Which also helps you do more forward movement. If it's not any of those things, you're also learning knowledge of self through all of the parapsychologies, which is tarot, numerology, astrology, intuitive, psychics, etc. So there could be a lot of those things developing in our lives in a different kind of way. And so Mars will also align with Saturn. Now, I did a bigger video on this, and I did horoscopes for all 12 signs. If you want to go check out that video, it's going to be really helpful in understanding what's going on. Because, again, you just have to remember, on the lower vibration, Mars is a very destructive energy. And you're going to hear me say this throughout this entire time, because I think it's important to know. You know, sometimes people want to understand what astrology is. And if you just spew out all these positive, flowery type conversations, I think a lot of people get frustrated sometimes when that's not their reality. And so most of the times astrologers won't tend to focus on those lower vibrations that can be showing up, because we don't want to give that energy any power, if you will. But then you also have to be mindful and conscientious of your followers and what they need to know. So I'm not going to touch on it as deep, but I did do some other videos with Mars talking about this. And again, I do have the videos, and I'm always on here talking about the energy. So please, family, be sure to listen to all of the videos, even though sometimes I know it can be a lot, but you will get more information towards what can be coming up for you, because I can't always cover everything in all videos, or these videos would be extremely long for very unnecessary reasons. And so the really beautiful thing about astrology is that there's so many different aspects of which you can speak about these energies, because they all mean so many different things, and sometimes the same things in different kinds of ways. So Try your best. If you are struggling with this, by the way, it might not even pertain to you. You may be able to listen to the weeklies and get a good grip. But if you do find yourself to be struggling with certain things, and that's when you know you need to go and to listen to some more other videos. I'll say it like that. But yes, Mars is a destructive energy. And so if you are experiencing a lot of arguments, fights, frustration, anger, aggression, then there's more work to be done, right? That's just the bottom line. And so getting counseling at this time, or, talking to somebody that you truly trust to release that energy, or some kind of spiritual practice and understanding is really, really, really going to be beneficial for you at this time. And then Mars is also on the more positive side. This is your motivation to push forward, to do something, to take a risk. And any risk that you take is going to be beneficial for you at this time. And then Saturn can show up as blockages. As you know, I always talk about Saturn, but Saturn's not always bad. And so there could be this push-pull energy, like you want to go forward and Saturn is like, nope. And if you are feeling that, again, it's just an indication that maybe you want to go back to the drawing board, do some other stuff, or just maybe you're working too hard. And again, remember, that hustle culture is gone. Saturn doesn't want you to do that anymore. So setting up incremental schedules within your day to do stuff. Take a break, relax, then come back to it. Go out, get outside, take a walk, do some breath, meditation, whatever you do to kind of fill the time in between projects, or to just release and relax, honestly. Making sure that you're implementing those things within your life more now than ever are going to be important things to incorporate in your daily routines. Yeah, I think that's the biggest message here. Planning, plan. I want to say so much more about that, but in order for this to be a not really long video, I'm gonna step down and go to Tuesday. The moon goes into Gemini. This is a lot more flexibility, adaptability, and witty. You're having fun with it, The Mars-Saturn alignment is still going to be in effect for most of the day. It could be more difficult to focus, or it could be a little bit more difficult because Geminis tend to be known on a lower vibration as a scatterbrain, and you can't really focus, or it's hard to focus and do something, to even sit down long enough to get something done. But on the more higher vibration of Gemini again, is a time to go back, as an indication that if you're running into a wall or something of that nature, there's an indication of it's time to go back to the drawing board, gather more information. Maybe you need to study more or learn something else about what it is that you're doing if you don't understand. Again, bouncing ideas off of others in order to get more pieces to the puzzle. That's how I'm going to say that. More pieces to the puzzle. And so incorporating that at this time might be more beneficial than continuing to work on something. And then Venus is moving into Pisces. It's a very romantic energy for the most part, but it is also creative too. And so this could be on a lower vibration. Well, first let me say that Venus and Pisces is in alignment. They're both in water signs, so the alignment brings flow naturally, but it could be very dreamy, mystical, and a little bit, tad bit unrealistic, right? That's just the energy of Pisces. But on the positive side, this is Absolutely magical. And very, 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 very creative, when it comes to love and your creative projects, and very spiritual, intuitive here. And so I tend to think that people could be having some really dope dreams that are like your ancestors talking to you, showing you stuff. Or you're getting visions, deja vu, downloads, insights into the future. And so don't ignore anything that comes up for you on Tuesday night. I think it's going to be extremely powerful. And then Wednesday, the moon's still in Gemini, is a lot of the same energy. And then about mid-afternoon, the moon will align with Mercury, which is the ruler of Gemini. And Mercury is still in Pisces, if I'm not mistaken. No, actually, yeah, it's still in Pisces, right? When's the 5th? I actually think on the 5th of April, Mercury moves into Aries. Yeah, so I think it'll already be into Aries. And so Gemini and Aries go well together. Air and fire go well together. And so there's a mutual reception there as well. So your mind can be going a mile a minute. But again, those downloads are, your spiritual warriors showing up for you, giving you direction and motivation to go towards the things that you're very passionate about, right? So this could also be a lot of meetings, planning, and again, studying. Now, again, there could be some fogginess, gossip, creative energy. It's Gemini. Gemini is very chatty, can be very gossipy. But I think for the most part, creatives with those Gemini things, so with your hands, writing, communicating, and just getting things done, honestly, your day-to-day routines or your day-to-day conversations or short distance traveling, things are going to be pretty on point. And then Saturn will help bring focus to all of that. And so the moon is in harmony with Mars, which is really, really good, and more of that same energy. So we may be getting more stuff done. A flow. It might be really fast, but it's still going to feel good. Like you're ready for this at this time. You're more receptive to the faster energies because all of those placements are within alignment. And then the moon goes void all the way into the next day until about 7 in the morning. And so you already know, y'all, I talk about this every week. A moon void is like a lack of energy. So you can start to be a little tired from all that fast-paced movement and getting things done and just getting some rest, which is good. That's good. And then the moon goes into Cancer about 7 in the morning, which is also good because it's a mutual reception to that void energy. And so you'll wake up refreshed, I think, with that sense of still a slower, more inner work, home body type of pace. And Cancer is the ruler of the home body, or just home and family in general. And so, again, you're just chilling out at home, spending time with your family, reminiscing on the past. It's very Cancerian-like. Eating good food and shooting the shit, if you will, with the people that you love the most. Or yourself, however your life is set up. And then the moon will be in harmony with that Venus and Pisces, which just adds on to it. To be honest with you, the first thing I thought of when I thought of this, someone's finna have some sex, that kind of sex that makes you have babies. All right, and I'm telling that was just the honest God truth. waking up in the arms of your significant other after having some really passionate, good loving. And that energy is going to ferment throughout that whole day. And so you just, when you're all cozy and holding hands and watching movies or whatever, you cook that good dinner, that good breakfast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's very loving, compassion, and laying low, relaxation, And there could be some creativity there if you're not into those other aspects of it. Again, downloads like a mofo here. Seriously. Especially because it's with Cancer. This is stuff about the past. Messages coming up about the past. Again, reminiscent. Your ancestors, your family line, your bloodline here. These are your people, your spiritual warriors, known and unknown, but more known. Your family line coming through for you, like maybe a passed away relative or something showing up for you, giving you some kind of messages that could help you in some way, shape, or form. I mean, you could just be redecorating your house. It is still spring-esque season. It's the first week. Maybe not everybody had the opportunity to do all that spring cleaning last week. However your life is set up, this would be an amazing energy to set the tone for your home and whatever spiritual practices or whatever you do to bring that energy in when it comes to that Cancerian energy. Very nurturing, loving, and supportive here would be just magnificent. And so there's a lot of that flow of energy with this Thursday energy here. Redecorating, maybe you're buying a home, or this could be finding one of those comfort ends, like if you're doing some vacation time or romantic vacation or a romantic getaway. This is one of those kind of romantic getaways that's not quite a hotel, but it's more like a home that's a hotel. Does that make sense? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It's more cozy, smaller environment that's somewhere off away in a nice rural area, if you will. Not in like the city or anything like that. So maybe like a cabin or something like that. Okay. And then Friday, the moon will be in harmony with Uranus. And this is going to break up that energy and bring in some unexpected changes. Shocking information that's going to break up the energy of relaxing and resting. So trying something new and exciting, getting yourself up and out and about is more of the energy for Friday, especially with Mercury in harmony with Mars. Yeah. So even your conversations and communication is going to be very quick-minded and about getting up and getting things done. Okay, and then Saturday, the moon will be in harmony with Jupiter, which is going to expand everything that I just said. But also, this is like an awakening of compassion, generosity, and again, working on any creative projects. And then Mercury's in a stressful angle with Pluto. Now, you guys already know stressful angles are going to bring some kind of confrontation. And this could be with work. Maybe it's just that you're just like, oh, I don't want to go to work. Or I don't want to work in general, or just dreading work overall. And so maybe perhaps this is more things coming up around your work and what you got going on with work, or the thoughts and things that you have going on with the idea of your purpose, your mission. overall. But again, I still feel like because we've already dealt with this energy that we've gotten somewhere at this point. And so, yeah, it's going to be frustrating. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But it's just like frustrated with the idea that you have to even go through it. But you're going to get it done, I still think. I do. And so you can be very opinionated, irrational, and frustrated with your communication for sure. And then the moon moves into Leo. I think it's going to bring more of that energy, very strong and firm too with Leo, because Leos are pretty much, it's a fixed sign. So they said what they said, they meant what they said, and however they're feeling, that's how they're showing up, you know? And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. Again, it's just more of you're getting more grounded in who you are, what you will accept and what you absolutely will not accept. And you're showing up as a leader in that and demanding respect in that and being very unapologetic about it, which is good. Now, this could also be on the more higher vibration, is that you're just learning how to exert your heart chakra, right? And so you're becoming a leader in something. And sometimes frustrations and things come up, right? And so this will be a challenge within your leadership, or how you are showing up, or how you're showing up as a leader. But again, I still feel like these are things that, like, this too shall pass. Like, somebody's not going to be on the same page. We're not always going to be on the same page all the time, right? And so as a leader, you listen to what people have to say, really try to understand where people are coming from, and then make an educated decision, a leader, a choice about something, you know. And then Mercury is in a hard angle to Uranus. Again, same thing here. This could be car crashes, plane crashes, things going wrong with devices, or unexpected news that can bring anxiety. Or on the positive end, these are aha moments, epiphanies. And again, the best way to deal with these things is to take time from them. That's all. Go relax if you can. Get out, take a walk, or find somebody who you can, you know, kind of vent to, if you will. And then Sunday is more of the same energy. And then later in the day, Mercury moves into Taurus. So we become more grounded in our decisions and conversations, studying and gathering information. And it materializes in the physical whenever you have any kind of Taurus, earth energy. And so Mercury and Taurus, whatever you're thinking, making decisions on, that's final. That's it. You're going to see it show up. I mean, it doesn't have to be final. That's not what I meant. But you'll see it materialize at some point within your journey. And I think they're going to be more practical either way. You know, whatever it is, I think you'll be satisfied with it. There'll be more practical ways of using that mercurial energy. So if you are having meetings, planning, studying, and learning, you'll be like, okay, I know what I got to do now, and now it's just about that steady, calm, step-by-step process to making that happen, right? And so, again, overall, I think this is a really great week. I've seen worse. Those last few days got a little bumpy, and I think we'll experience a little bumpiness. But for the most part, like I said, it's just a matter of, you know, working around flexibility for all people involved type thing. So I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you found this information